How's it going, guys? My name is Eclipse, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to add finishing touches to your design. So guys, this is the design that I'm going to be adding finishing touches to, and there's actually 3 finishing touches that I'm going to be showing you how to do today. So as you can see in this design, I've added my my lighting and my CCs. As you can see, if I remove all these, it looks pretty bad, but when I put the CCs and lighting on, it looks a lot better. And so, as well as adding them, you can add some more finishing touches. So what I want to do is you want to group all your layers together, like I have, and then hit Ctrl J to duplicate and Ctrl E to merge it. And we're going to hit Ctrl J again to make a copy of that, so we have 2 images. And then we're going to go into, on the top layer, we're going to go into Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur, and we'll put it on maybe around 3 pixels, and then we'll get our eraser, and we'll make sure we're on a 0% hardness brush, and we'll start erasing parts of the image. And you can just kind of do this pretty rough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, you might leave some of the edges blurred so that it has that like blur effect. As well as down here, I might leave some of the word tutorial blurred. And then you can unblur some of the background sections as well, like maybe this up here, maybe some of that one. And then you just kind of want to erase parts of the image so that you have some parts that are blurred out and some that aren't. So that you have something like this. And when you've done that, you want to merge those 2 layers together so that you have 1 layer, and then you want to duplicate that again. Now the second finishing touch that you want to add to your design is a high pass. So we're going to go into Filter, Other, and High Pass. And then you can put it on however you like. You can either have the radius like 10, or you can put it lower and put it on 3, which is what I like to have it on. And so when you do that, we'll hit OK. And I'll change the blending mode on this layer to Overlay. And then from there we can lower the opacity to whatever we find that we like. So I'll put it on maybe 50%, and now if you see the difference between these 2, you can see that it makes the edges sharper, makes the text stand out a bit more, and just looks a whole lot better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to press Ctrl J again to duplicate it last time, and we're going to add our final finishing touch. And for this, we're going to go into Filter again, into Filter Gallery, and then we're going to add it in Stylize. We're going to add glowing edges, and as you can see, it makes all the edges glow, as the name suggests. And we'll change the blending mode of this layer to Screen. And then as you can see, it looks a bit weird right now. So what we're going to do is lower the opacity to maybe 30%. And then we're just going to get our eraser again, and we'll erase the parts that we don't want to glow. So I'm going to erase all over the text. I might erase some of the background as well. And then that's looking pretty good. So you can see the main part, if you turn it off, it really makes this section right here on the adjustment layer and the background really makes that stand out. It also makes some of the other background parts stand out, as you can see, makes them a bit more sharper. And then once we've done that, we can merge those layers, and this will be our final design. But there's one more thing you can add to your design, which is like a border. So what we're going to do here is we're going to get our rectangle tool, and we'll we'll get our marquee tool. Make sure our brush is white, and we have a hard brush, actually a soft brush, hard brush. And then we'll make our marquee tool, and we'll just make a little strip along the top, like so, and then we'll brush this in. And once we've done that, we can hit Ctrl J to duplicate, and we will simply move this one down to the bottom of our design to have a bar at the top and the bottom. And then make sure it's covering the whole design. And then we shall hit Ctrl J again, and hit Ctrl T, and come up to the rotation and make it 90 degrees. And we'll just drag this to the other side, so we have another border on the left side. And we'll hit Ctrl J again to make a 4th one, and bring it over to the right side. Now we have a nice square border around our image. We can select those 4 layers, and hit Ctrl E. Then we'll just put the blending mode on Overlay. As you can see, it makes a nice looking border around here. But you might notice there's the white parts, and to get rid of those, if you don't like them, you can just hit Ctrl and T on the thumbnail and resize it so that it's slightly bigger. Now that we have this border, an effect we can add to it that I like doing is a drop shadow. I'll put the opacity on 60%, and then kind of mess around with the settings to how you like it. As you can see, with the drop shadow on and off, it really adds to the design. And so if we merge these layers again, this is our final design. And as you can see, it looks a whole lot different to our original, and it looks a whole lot better when we add those finishing touches. So that is how you add finishing touches to your design. So guys, that is it for the video. I hope that you'll be able to use these finishing touches to improve your designs, and if you do, why not drop a like on the video. Also, it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe and turn on notifications so as to never miss a video when I upload. Anyway guys, that is it for the video. My name is Eclipse, and I'll see you in the next one.